The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. Shalom. First off, give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Akarkadash, the honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS. Salutes and honors to the elect, all the brothers across the four corners who are enduring in truth and in sincerity, and the women and children who follow. So the passage I read was from Revelation 18 and 14. It's talking about the oncoming, upcoming, however you want to put it, Third World War, which is going to be a nuclear war. Okay, in which, according to Jeremiah the 50th chapter, all those who bend the bow will shoot at her and spare no arrow. That's all the atomic or nuclear, should I say now, nuclear countries that have these weapons are going to shoot their missiles on America. And I have a couple articles that I wanted to get that's really going to bring a little light on this and could possibly kick off this whole situation. So this is from RT News from this morning. It's November 26th. It says Israeli military braces for a possible U.S. strike on Iran during sensitive days of Trump's presidency. Okay. And I got another source saying it's pretty much the same thing, which is from The Hill. This is from yesterday, and you know the time is actually at 11:44, 144. And this says Israeli military instructed to prepare for Trump's strike on Iran. So you have multiple news sources stating that the U.S. is preparing to strike Iran. As a matter of fact, before I get to reading this, I want to look up one thing. Y'all bear with me. I'm just a brief hold. Just bear with me. Okay, I'm back. Just wanted to give further proof to what I was going to say about Iran being protected by Russia and China. Of course, we know in the scriptures it says in Ezekiel 38 that Gog is going to be a protection to Persia, which Persia is the modern day Iran. It says this is from last month, from October 29th, 2020. It says, under maximum pressure, Iran turns to China and Russia. So they have a unilateral deal. Okay? If you're attacking one, you're going to be attacking all of them. So, like I said, let's get further proof. This is from Foreign Affairs. It says, China and Russia have Iran's back. Tehran may be less open than ever to threats or persecution. Okay, so let's get this last one. Iran, China, Russia axis threatens U.S. and Israeli interests. So basically what they're saying is these three are a conglomerate together against the conglomerate of the U.S. and Israel, those fake Jews in our land. Okay, so this is further proof. If you needed any other proof than what I originally said or was going to say, this just went ahead and sealed the deal for you. And now, if there's a possible strike on Iran, you know that Russia is a guard to them. You know that China is also a military power in these days, and they're closely aligned to them as well. They've done joint military exercises and everything. So this is not, a small thing. Slakia, which is, let me see if I can get this scripture real quick. It says, this is Romans 13:11. It says, uh, and that knowing the time, that now is high time to wake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believed. This thing is moving fast. Everything that's going on with the coronavirus and the COVID-19 vaccine, okay, pushing towards the chip, or you got cryptocurrencies at an all-time high. Everything, with the war, with them, a possible military strike on Iran, everything is coming to a head right now, man. So our salvation is nearer than we believe. We just got to keep fighting, keep pushing towards the mark, and just keep running, man. Just keep running, like the brother Isaiah says. Just keep running. I'm gonna read a little bit into. I want to read into this article. Yeah, and then I'll put the link in the description for all of these. But let me see. It says Israel's military is preparing for the possibility that the Trump administration will launch a military strike against Iran. Axios reported on Wednesday. Senior Israeli officials told the outlet that the Israeli government instructed military commanders to prepare for a potential strike during a very sensitive period between now and when President-elect Joe Biden takes office on January 20th. Israel is reportedly making preparations with the expectation that they would receive advance notice from the U.S. regarding any military action, but with concerns that such notification might come too close to the attack. So they haven't put a date on it, which that would be foolish to do. But what they're worried is that they're not going to give them enough heads up. They're going to tell them a day before, or maybe even within that same week, maybe even within that same day. You never know. But not only preparing for the attack, you also got to prepare for the blowback, and that's Slovakia. That's the main thing. That blowback. Okay, it says Israel is reportedly making preparations with the expectation that they will receive it. Yeah, I got that. It says Israel is also preparing for the possibility of a retaliatory strike by Iran, either directly or through proxies in nearby countries. So they do have Hezbollah in the Golan Heights, which they can shoot down Earth to I don't know what you would call them. They're missiles, but they're not really ground to air missiles. And it's not an air target, but basically the Golan Heights are like a mountain range, and they can shoot their missiles onto Jerusalem and onto pretty much the whole country. Like, it's not really a big country, Israel. It's about the size of New Jersey. So it's not that hard to shoot at a target and hit something. But they can use those proxies. They can use any one of those, militia groups that they have. Or they could just come out and just say, F it, and just go heads up by themselves. But that's what they're scared of. That's what they're preparing for. It said the New York Times reported last week that President Trump was considering a military strike against Iran in an attempt to stop Tehran's growing nuclear program. The International Atomic Energy Agency a day earlier had reported that the country's uranium stockpile was 12 times higher than allowed under the Obama-era nuclear deal that the Trump administration withdrew from in 2018. So Trump is already talking about going. Oh man, y'all bear with me, man. It's 4 a.m. in the morning. I'm still with y'all though. So Slocky, as I was saying, Trump is already stirring the pot with shooting missiles or taking military action against Iran. You have Joe Biden set to come into office, who's going to inherit this beef. But what he's going to do is basically, and I'm prophesying this. This is what, in my mind, this is what he's going to do. He's going to say, "Oh well, Trump got us into this situation. I have to fix it from here." But you can read what it just said. It says that the uranium stockpile is 12 times higher than allowed under the Obama era nuclear deal. So he's gonna push Obama's policies. He was in office with Obama. So really, if Trump is violating by taking action, he's taking action because of the deal that you brokered or the standard that you set. Even though he went away from the deal, that's still the line that you set, and then that the line that they're crossing. So that's just another way that they um, fool the people. Because, like I said, you're having Trump take the fall, and you're gonna have Biden looking good, like he's cleaning up his mess. It's the same thing, the same way. Oh, oh my God! I'm sorry, y'all. It's the same thing that they said when Obama came in office. Oh, he had to clean up Bush's mess. He had to clean up Bush's mess. No, Obama raised the debt more than any other president, period. What did he like? Double down the debt? Triple the debt almost? And that's the same era that we're about to go into now with Joe Biden. Okay? If we even make it to there, but that's a whole nother story. Like I said, I'm not going to read all of this. Just wanted to update the brothers in the know that, time is short. If they strike Iran, this shit's going to heat up real quick. So with that being said, I give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai by Hashem Karkadash. Double honors to the apostles, nailed to the GMS. Salutes and honors to the elect. All the brothers across the four corners are enduring in truth and in sincerity, knowing my children who follow. Shalom.